I have pollen allergies, but I never sometimes when I go to bed or something, like I'll feel it a little bit, like if my nose is like stuffy or whatever, but it's never like super bad. Like I never like I can't sleep or anything like that. And I never get like nosebleeds or anything. But today I woke up this morning and I felt like my nose was running or something. So I went like this and like wiped my nose.
Blood.
My whole like it looked like I killed somebody. Like I'm not even kidding. So
was that on your bed sheets and everything too?
No. Okay. I don't know how because like I sleep on my side. I guess like it had just started or something like that. So I wiped it like my whole hand. Okay. And there wasn't anything but like a towel on the ground. So I was like, whatever, I'll just wipe it on the towel. And I like kind of blew my nose in it. And it literally looked like someone like had their fucking period and fucking bled on the towel. Like that's how much it was.
Why? Was there a reason?
I have no fucking, I never get nosebleeds.
It's like that one time when you had like muscle pains, like absolute muscle pains for like no reason.
Yeah, maybe my body's just fucking falling apart. But like I was
Let's hope not.
I was like 10-15ish minutes late for work today because I was like it would not stop bleeding. Like a ton. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Yeah. If it kept going, you would have been hospitalized, right? No?
It wasn't like my arm was cut off or something like that. But it was just like consistently bleeding and I was like, what the fuck did I do?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe the humidity or something.
Maybe you're just dying, you know.
Dude, that would be sick.
Be a great episode. I mean, you wouldn't be here, but like it'd be a great episode.
Yeah, I die, and then the next episode you're like,
Danny just died.
We got him. We got him.
It took us almost 2 years, but he's finally dead. All right, ready?
Maybe we could just start the episode with me talking about my nosebleed.
You want to start off? All right.
Yeah. So we're already into it.
All right. Welcome back to the podcast officially, the best Bing chilling podcast. We gotta come up with a new catchphrase. I feel like. Oh, should we just not do a catchphrase at all? So I'm thinking. I'm like, see, I listen to a good amount of podcasts, but like none of them really. They don't do catchphrases. So I'm thinking. I'm like, should we?
Maybe we should be the first then.
Just do a catchphrase. Because like, yeah, we don't have like an intro. We just say welcome back to the podcast, and that's it.
Maybe we should start off every episode by doing something crazy, like like fiberglass installation.
Mm-hmm.
We should just like eat that at the start of every episode,
so
and we'll be known as the fiberglass insulation guys.
I think we wouldn't last till week 2 of that.
Yeah.
If we're lucky, we wouldn't last week 2.
Or we get like a pillowcases and fill it with that, and we hit each other at the start, and then whoever has like the biggest rash at the end loses. We keep a tally.
Or we should be in a room full of spiders, and we just do a whole podcast. Like, and then every episode we switch the insect.
Or we do like snakes or scorpions.
Oh yeah, and we just do the
and
whole.
If you flinch or like get freaked out, you lose.
Yeah, and then they kill you, and then that's it.
Then you have to get bit by whatever.
What if they're venomous?
Perfect.
Then you're dead.
I mean, I'll suck out the venom if you want.
What if it's in my penis? Would you suck it out?
I feel like that's like...
No, would you suck it out?
I feel like that's the plot to like a fucking horrible porno. Oh no, a snake bit my dick. Quick, suck the venom out.
I've never watched that kind of... What kind of porno are you watching?
Apparently the ones where people get bit by a snake.
They're using the freaky stuff, huh?
Oh yeah.
Aren't you scared of snakes though?
I'm terrified of snakes.
Yeah, didn't you say your cousin had them?
If you for some reason got a pet snake and you were like, yo, you want to see my snake, and you like pulled it out, I would fucking run.
Really?
Like,
even if they're harmless?
Yeah, I would. Fuck that shit.
Why?
Those things are crazy as fuck.
They're harmless.
I don't care. That shit freaks me out.
They're not gonna kill you because they're harmless. They're taught to be harmless.
Okay, let's get it straight. You can't teach a snake anything.
Yes,
okay?
you can.
They're not like fucking dogs. It's a snake.
You can teach any animal anything.
Can you?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
If you go and you see, have you seen? I don't know if you're.
I mean, I can't teach you to do it.
I got that dog in me.
I got. No fucking way.
No. So like, if you see those, I don't know if you see on your For You page, but I see like when people are going like like this is one guy. I forgot his name. He literally like buys land it literally buys land in Africa and just makes sure that nobody touches him, like the animals. I forgot his name.
Okay, so how does that equate to him teaching the animals?
He literally walked up to the lion and he'll like chill in a pile full of lions. And you're telling me he did not teach those lions not to be aggressive to him?
Well, okay, so teaching them something and conditioning them are two different things, okay? So it's like if he's bringing them food or something like that, they're like, all right, this guy's chill because he's feeding us, you know? Like my dog, for example, sure, you could teach a dog things, okay? But my dog's a piece of shit, okay? So I don't think we've taught him things. I think we've conditioned him things. So if we have food, he'll do X, Y, Z.
Yes.
But if not, he's like, fuck that shit. So he just does it for food.
But like what he does, like, so for example, he's like, so he makes sure it's like only him and like trained people are on there. So like he'll walk in there and he'll literally just lay down and then the lions will just pile around him, just chilling with him. Not bite him, no nothing. Like they'll just be friendly with him. So I'm saying if you could teach a lion something like that, you could teach a snake not to bite you or attack or strangle you.
Okay. There's this crazy okay, so this doesn't pertain to the snakes that like you're talking about, like a harmless, like a small snake. But apparently I don't remember if it's like a python or a boa constrictor. I think it's a python. Or some large snake like that
Like
you
an
can
anaconda?
No, like something that you can have as a pet, okay?
Yeah.
And apparently what they'll do is if they're like able to get out of their cage is while you're sleeping, they'll lay next to you, like stretch themselves out and lay next to you. And what they're doing is they're measuring themselves next to you. And they're like, could I eat this guy? Like, would he fit? And then if not, they go back in and they wait till they grow some more. And then they go back and they measure that. They'll lay up next to you and go, all right, now it's time. Like, these are snakes that you could have in your house.
But I'm saying, like, I understand. Maybe
like, so these snakes maybe know, okay, this guy's chill because he feeds me a fucking rat twice a week or whatever. But eventually, they're like, I'm hungry for a whole ass person.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You got to get the right snake, but you can teach a snake not to be aggressive. Like I have a video, like if I can pull it up. Literally, the video is of this. Like my cousin, he had a snake. It literally like wrapped around my neck, and I didn't like it was harmless.
That sounds safe.
Let me see if I can find this video. It wasn't. It should not have been too long ago. But like, where is it? Where is it? No, like he literally like wrapped around he wrapped around my neck. If I can find it, where the yeah. Like if you see the video, like we'll post it.
That shit would freak me the fuck out.
Like, look,
I'm not
he's just freaking. He's just around my neck and he's chill.
I would not like that. I don't care if it's.
Look, he's just super chill. He's not doing anything. And then like I just like the funny thing is I love snakes. They're kind of funny. I tickled his like belly and he started like tightening up a little bit, and it was so cute. Like a little bit, just a little bit.
Oh, on your neck.
Yeah.
How nice. How nice. It's like, fuck this guy. Nobody tickles me.
Oh, but yeah, no, it's like no, I think you can oh yeah, okay. There is a difference between conditioning and teaching an animal. Of course, like not every animal, like because you can't teach a gorilla like to be super passive to them. Like gorillas, like they're very primal. Like,
well, I mean, gorillas are like I don't know if they're the same as like or in the same category as like chimpanzees and stuff, but I thought like animals like that are pretty
like
pretty
monkeys as a whole. Like
yeah,
like you can't like. Some monkeys you can teach, but like I'm saying, like a silverback gorilla, you cannot teach that guy. Like you cannot like teach him, and like if I walked into a silverback gorilla and
he'd probably fuck you up.
He'll probably fuck me up for no reason because he thinks like, yo, this guy's like, what the fuck you in my spot?
Yeah,
yo, like why you in my area?
Yeah,
like fuck me up. But I'm saying like some animals you can. Like that's what I'm saying. Like a bear, you can't condition a bear.
I'm gonna start doing that whenever you walk into my house.
What?
I'm gonna go. This guy can't be here. This is my spot. I'm gonna fuck you up.
You start doing like
I'm gonna pull out my fucking strap on you.
Oh, but yeah. You can condition an animal to do anything.
Yeah, condition.
Condition, yes.
Yeah, you could feed it or you could starve it, and that's conditioning right there.
And then you can teach some animals.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm no expert in like how big certain animals' brains are, but like,
you can condition it.
You can condition stuff because that's like survival instincts, right? So it's like, yeah, this thing knows, hey, this guy brings me food. Let's keep this one around.
Yeah.
Like that's conditioning. That's not teaching them. Oh, I'm okay.
I mean, you could you can condition a human being.
Yeah, I'm saying you could probably condition anything.
Okay,
but
so
like,
we're in agreement of that.
But like, I don't think you could teach a snake like a trick. You know. I
mean, you know, I ever saw remember like all those old cartoon videos where like it's always the Middle Eastern guy, by the way. It's always the Middle Eastern guy.
That's like the snake charming.
Yeah, it's like he'll do it, and then the snake will go up like days, and then he'll go back down.
I think that's like natural instincts. I think that's like what like an Indian thing. I don't think it's Middle Eastern.
I always thought it was Middle Eastern.
Is it? I don't know. I don't know anything.
We don't know. We're not gonna get into that, but no, that's interesting.
Maybe we could try that on you.
Yeah.
Except like with a saxophone or something.
So if you bring don't you have a saxophone?
Yeah, it's in the basement.
Yeah, so you just play
or the trumpet, and then you just like a fucking idiot.
Ooh. Just go back down. It's like my neurons, like the neurons of my brain just go.
Like at a fucking wedding or something, someone just brings out a saxophone and starts playing like.
And then I'll just do the worm in the dance floor. Just in the middle, just start doing the worm.
Yo, it's working.
Keep going.
Run that shit back.
If either our weddings happen, we should one of us should bring a saxophone and one of us should do it. Like if it's on your
I'll
wedding,
do it.
Yeah, you just
I'll do it to you,
and then I'll just start doing the worm. I gotta start practicing how to do the worm now.
Yeah, every week. Maybe make it a TikTok series, practicing my worm skills.
Until Danny has his wedding.
Yeah, until
it's gonna be like 3 years down the line.
Wedding.
It's gonna be like day 700 until Danny gets married.
It's like you perfected it by like week 3, and it's like just like
it's just repetition
shit.
at this point.
It's like gotta keep that shit in my muscle memory.
Bro, my back is about to be insane. Like the muscle in my back is gonna be insane.
Yeah, maybe you should just do it regardless.
Why?
To strengthen your back muscles.
Why you want to strengthen my back muscles? Just think about my weight?
Yeah.
What's wrong with my weight?
You're too light. Muscle's a lot denser than fat. So if we build you some more muscle, you'll weigh more.
Interesting.
And then you won't get blown away like with a strong gust of wind. You're the type of guy that like if you're riding in the passenger seat of a car and like you roll down the window, you might fly away.
No.
That's how light you are.
Haven't you noticed I never roll down the window when we're in the car together?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That's never a thing. Huh.
And that's what when we're in the Miata, like the roof goes up.
Yeah, but that's why I gotta put a seatbelt on. If I don't have a seatbelt on when the Miata's out, bro, I'll start flying.
You're like a flyer.
Yeah, I literally just start flying and you're like, shit, I gotta get him.
I'm like standing in the road like
come on.
Oh. No, I feel like if anything that's me.
Yeah.
That's what at family gatherings, one of my uncles, he's like, Danny can never get. He said you could never like trap Danny in a room because like I'll just like slip right under the door.
That's so.
I'm like, wow, okay, dude.
Okay, dude.
Sick.
That's so fucked. That's the exact opposite. Like Arabs, we're very blunt sometimes, right? Like we're very blunt. So we're like tell someone like it's like my grandma will come and she's like, you gained a little weight, and I'm like,
thanks, grandma.
Thanks, grandma. Nah, it's all good, grandma. He's like, no, it's good. You just gained a little weight, and I'm like,
it's like not necessarily positive, not necessarily negative.
It's just neutral.
Just like
very neutral.
It's just like stating the facts.
Yeah, or like sometimes they'll like it's either that or they'll be really nice about it. Like it'll be such an offensive thing, but they'll perceive it as a nice thing.
It's like in their head, it's like I can't not say anything, but like at least make it be nice about it.
Yeah, or like I love it when they're just be like, man, you been working out a little bit, huh? You've been working out a little bit, and it's like that means that you've gained a little weight. You've gained weight. When they do that, that means
they're not. They don't mean you look good. They're like
you've gained weight. Unless they say it's like yo, you look good. Unless they say those words, they mean you've gained weight. that is how they do it. I'm like, damn, that's insane.
That's really funny. Like you've been going. You've been going to the gym lately.
Like, Yeah, just say I'm fat. Just call me fat. Just do it. But no, Ramadan.
Really, what they're saying is you need to go to the gym.
Yeah, that's literally what they're saying.
Okay.
See, it's like reverse psychology. It's like, damn, you been going to the gym a lot lately?
No.
No. Damn, it looks like you've been going to the gym a lot, huh? But yeah. Oh, I've been playing this game. You remember how I told you Dark and Darker?
Yeah.
Bro, that game is actually mad fun because it combines like the EFT aspect, the Escape from Tarkov aspect, to like literally wizards and like medieval time, right?
Okay.
And it's like mad fun. But then I realized apparently they're getting sued by who created MapleStory?
Is that Nexon?
I think it's Nexon.
Yes.
So they're sued by Nexon because of it was like the dumbest fucking reason. Like Nexon has this thing where they like to bully smaller companies into just bankruptcy so they can get no competition.
Okay.
The only reason Nexon is popular is because of MapleStory. Let's be real here. That's the only thing you know about Nexon.
Before you continue, I used to play like a bunch of Nexon games like when they had more, and that used to be my life because like like my parents would never like want to buy me games, or like I only got stuff on like Christmas and my birthday. So like they had this game called Combat Arms back in like 09 or some shit, and it was like a COD ripoff, but it was totally play to win, and I literally could not be pulled off that game like fucking forever.
Yeah,
I was addicted. But continue what you're saying.
They're like their whole lawsuit is, hey, we're making the same title and you stole from us. So like you stole the source code from us. And
so Nexon is claiming, we're making that game right now,
and
it's
you're
not out.
Yeah, but you're stealing it.
You stole it.
So how it worked is some of the developers left that company and they made Dark and Darker, right? But the thing is, like their whole lawsuit, like they got sued so hard that Steam removed it from Steam. Like Valve removed it from Steam. It was on Steam and they removed it.
Oh, so and you can only get it from like their website.
You have to torrent it. You have to turn it.
Oh,
so like that's the only way to get the game now. So or like you buy it, like you either one of them, right? So then how it works now, like they're like, hey, you have the same exact source code as us, blah blah blah. So if people don't know game development, right? You can get already used code online, like you can get used,
like as a framework.
As a framework, right? You can get used, and then So they're claiming it's like, no, we use this as we already use
like
this
we
framework.
Use this template. Like
we use this template that every other fucking game uses. And then he's like, here we made this is the source code. They literally released the source code. I don't like not the exact, but they're like, hey,
this is the idea.
This is the IP. We literally made this homegrown. Here's proof that we made this homegrown, and here's proof that we get it from an unlicensed like code.
Okay.
And then like now everyone's shitting on Nexon because like, dude, why the fuck are you suing a smaller company? Like you're just bullying them for no reason.
So where is where is this lawsuit?
It's still processing as of this recording, but like it just sucks because like now it's like what like they made, because Dark and Dark is huge. Like right, it blew, like a lot of streamers are playing it right now. It's massive right now. It's getting a lot of attention.
Okay. It's so like even though it was removed from Steam and stuff, like all the online stuff is still supported.
They're still supporting it and stuff.
Okay, so it's not like the game is shut down. It's just like hard to get.
They were scared that it might get shut down because Nexon is bullying, because they're such a big company.
Nexon's huge.
Yeah, and now they're bullying for like no reason. It's like, dude, like the fuck, like it's your no. Why are you bullying them? Just like it makes no sense.
Yeah.
And that kind of like I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like they're just making their own game. They made something original and good, and then like you're just fucking bullying them. Like that's that. I saw that news. I know Moist Critical came out with a whole video talking about it, and it's like, funny enough, ever since that video came out, like Nexon has been in the shitter. Yeah. I just know. I realized ever since
unlucky Nexon moment.
Every time you're like, if you're in a Moist Critical video and he talks about you, you're either getting a lot of praise or you're getting shit on.
Yeah, and it's either. We're set, or guys, start packing your bags.
Yeah,
it's over.
I mean, look, remember Dawn? She was in Moist Critical's video because she was talking, and then she blew up from that, and like she got a lot of following from that.
We gotta check in with her.
I mean, I talked to her here and there. She actually suspended from Twitter. Funny enough. Because
okay, what?
Oh yeah,
we gotta get her back.
Okay,
get her back on.
She already appealed twice. Twitter was said no, so I don't know if she's getting back.
she make a new account?
They told her she can't make a new account. She's like, you should not make a new account or you're getting banned. So
I'm saying we should get her back on here so we could discuss.
Yeah, like
but, okay, fill me in.
Okay, so if any of you don't know, Dawn is transgender. She went from male to female, correct? So she's a transgender. She is her pronouns are her and she and her. Okay. So one of her friends, like, she's like, so she lives in Texas, like, so she like understands. Like, she tells me, she's like, yeah, there's a lot of like racist, sexist, transphobes over there.
It's the U.S. South.
Yes, the South.
It's the South.
Yeah. So then one of the friends was like, yo, I'm in Texas. She tweeted out. And then she made a harmless joke, tweeted out like in a Southern accent. This was like, you can easily tell this is satire. She's like, oh, the damn transgender, blah, blah, blah. Like, as a joke, she tweeted that.
Yeah.
Apparently Twitter took that seriously as her being
And they fucking banned her.
And they banned her.
Okay. How can you be transphobic as a transgender? What's the rationale of Twitter banning her?
Yeah.
What?
So now that whole thing, I looked it up. I was like, no way. I saw a picture. Someone was like, as a joke, was like, good riddance. And I was like, no way she got banned. I looked her up and I'm like, wait a minute. She's fucking suspended. I like DM'd her. I was like, yo, what happened? And she's like, yeah, they banned me. And I'm like, why? She's like, because of this tweet. If I can find that.
And she linked it?
No, yeah, she took a screenshot of it. Let me find the tweet. But it was like, I was like, wait, I looked at that and I was like, oh, she's joking. Because she has dark humor.
Yeah.
But let me find the tweet. Okay. This is, and I quote what she said, the tweet that got her banned. So one of the Willis, NRG Willis, tweeted out was like, how you in 2023 and refuse to accept people in the gender they want to be. Okay. She replied, I can't stand dumb, transgenital, whatever people. She tweeted that as a response. Like, it's like a joke.
They fucking...
They permanently suspended her for that. So
that's insane.
So I don't know if Twitter doesn't understand that she's transgender and she's a joke, but she appealed saying, hey, I am transgender and all that. She told me. And they're like, nope, banned. Can't do that because you offended people.
I feel like people tweet offensive shit all the time on Twitter.
I've literally seen people tweet slurs left and right on Twitter. I don't know.
That just shows the secret agenda.
Yeah. It's and I saw that. That was just so funny because I was like, what the fuck? And then I jokingly tweeted, I was like, finally some peace and quiet. No, but like low key, like her tweets were kind of funny. Some tweets were like I liked looking on Twitter and seeing her feed.
Yeah, she's cool.
She's cool people. But like, yeah, she's fucking suspended. And I was like, damn, bro. Because Twitter was her main platform. And now she's tweeted that. And like,
how many followers is she?
Had like 6,000, 7,000 followers
wow.
on Twitter. She had like a good following.
That's some ass, bro.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, man. That's unfortunate. Let's hope Dawn gets unbanned from Twitter because that was a joke. Like overall,
hey, we gotta support her on other platforms. Then
yeah.
if she's gonna be,
she has like a Discord and like a Twitter and like a Twitch. DAWNMOAR. Just follow her, support her there. But yeah, no, I saw that and I was like, it was more like I was like, damn, I feel bad, but that shit's fucking hilarious.
That's crazy.
It's crazy that you got banned for that. That is wild for me. Because of course, like if I tweeted that shit, yeah. I would probably deserve a ban.
I think you deserve a ban anyways.
Yeah, just tweeting that shit. But like because it's Dawn, so it's like I don't know why they banned her. Oh,
I don't fucking get it, bro.
Yeah, but yeah.
I mean, I guess in other news,
lighter news, hopefully.
This is actually kind of cool. Very different than transgenders on Twitter, but so apparently Riot has plans. Well, I'll start with, you know how League is like the pro matches and stuff are streamed on LOL Esports.com.
Yes.
So Riot is planning to release a platform for both League and VALORANT. Okay, similar to LOL Esports, except they want to have their own integrated drop system, similar to like Twitch drops and stuff.
Okay.
But they want to have a reason to drive people to their website because in VALORANT, you don't have to pay for a franchise spot, right?
I mean, they got accepted and then you go to the premiere, yeah.
Like you don't have to pay. It's like there's no fee for it.
Yeah, no,
Like League has a $10 million franchise
1
spot.
million.
No, it's 10.
Is it 10?
Yeah, it's 10. Yep.
Damn.
But Valorant doesn't. I mean, if they do, it's not listed anywhere, so it's got to be nothing.
Because like no, so how the franchising worked when I looked it up is so the team, like if you get accepted, right, you apply and you get accepted, right, but then you have to meet a certain salary for your players.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like Riot isn't asking for money. They're not like, okay, your spot, give us 10 mil.
Yes.
And you get like you have to be able to provide for your players is the criteria.
Yes. Okay.
So they're saying that rather than which I guess might be part of why a bunch of teams are leaving LCS and stuff, because like the price to be in it is ridiculous, and like the esports market right now is just so fucking crazy with everyone dropping out and stuff that maybe they're like, maybe we shouldn't do that. So what they're going to try to do is, rather than making all their money on, or not all their money, but a chunk of money on their franchise spots, they're trying to drive everyone to their platform where you can like buy in-game content and stuff through their thing and fund their esports divisions and stuff like that through their own platform. So like you could watch for free, but how I interpreted it, I could be wrong. There's like a virtual pass you can get, which essentially enables you to get like drops.
Oh.
So it's like a virtual ticket. Like you could still watch everything for free. Like it's on Twitch, it's on their platform, it's whatever. But this virtual ticket will enable you to get drops or like be able to get certain things through their platform, which I think is pretty cool, where they're trying to make sure the teams can provide for themselves. And obviously they're a business, they have to make money, so they can drive the traffic to their platform.
Yeah.
I could see people being upset about this with like feeling like they're monopolizing it, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like the whole thing is, it's a big business, and like it's not like, I don't know, it's their game. Like why can't they stream it on their own
because
thing?
it's just the drops. That's what they're saying. It's just the drops that they're just switching over, and they're trying to fund the esports. Because speaking of the LCS specifically, like 1, viewership is down. 2, in the LCS, like there's no players that everyone's like, damn, I really want to like cheer for this player. It's like
there's Faker.
But that's in the LCK, that's in the Korea. I'm saying like the
NA LCS.
Yeah, okay. I'm saying about NA LCS. Like that's what I'm saying. Like there's no, like what I've talked to people is like they don't feel like there's a player or there's people like they can connect to over there. It's just a lot of like they feel like it's a lot of just imported players.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you think that's a product of people being imported?
Yeah,
because it's like there's not all this homegrown or like NA grown talent in LCS.
Yeah. So that's why people are like, there's no NA or like, because like if you can like, we live in America, you can relate to someone that lives in America. You can't relate to someone that lives in Korea or China or like Europe
you could root for them.
You can root for them, but you can't like relate to them and feel that.
NA doesn't have like their franchise teams with like players that they love.
Yeah.
And stuff. Like you might be a TSM or a Cloud9 fan, but it's like, and maybe there's a player or two, but it's like, I feel like there aren't many like memorable rosters. And NA in pretty much most esports at this point.
There's no
aside
NA.
From Valorant.
Yeah, I think Valorant's like the only. That's what I'm scared about Valorant too, because I don't want Valorant to be like, we're just gonna have a bunch of 5 Europeans play in an NA like in an NA league, because that'll just ruin it. There's no homegrown talent, and like you're not really growing it. I think I saw Nate Shot talk about this one time where like he literally said was like, yeah, kids are not playing League. It's simple as that. Like NA kids are not playing League.
Yeah, like
there's no incentive to play League. They're not giving an incentive. Like for
like
Valorant,
young kids aren't getting into it.
Exactly.
Or not like young, but yeah, I go
like,
what you mean.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like for Valorant, there's a lot of incentives. Like for example, like you can. The viewership is not there right now, but like watch a year or two down the line, Valorant is gonna blow League out the water when it comes to viewership. It's gonna be a matter of time. So it's just already shown that like there's incentive to play Valorant and to get good at Valorant and to make content of Valorant, to be involved in that community. There's incentive. There's shows like popularity. There's money. There's people you can like friends you can make. Like there's a lot of incentives.
Yeah.
And I think with League is like that's what they're saying is like, hey, our esports scene kind of fucking sucks. In League side at least, let's help them do that. And I think that's a good way of doing it. And I feel like people like need to understand that because it is a business. Because I know like the tweet, like the reporter, at least I think it was Wooloo if I'm not mistaken. We're like, yeah, half the LCS spot they're considering giving it up. Liquid, TSM, they're considering giving it up. Like,
yeah, if you don't have like a crazy fan base rooting for you, why do you want to be in it?
Yeah, you can also say it's the product of franchising. So because like if you look at games like I don't know CS:GO, you look at Apex Legends, you look at like fighting games, like there's no franchising in those. So like that's why you got to think about like those are very flexible because you just enter a bunch of tournaments and then you just do good and then you get placed higher into the that's what it is.
See, I don't mind the franchising. Like I really like it because it kind of standardizes things because I think as fun as like the early days of Valorant were, it was just so disorganized. And like there were people making these 20-minute long videos on YouTube or like TikTok and whatnot about, okay, this is actually how the brackets work.
Yeah.
Like it was just confusing and like there's no structure to it. So yeah, it's funny to see girl kissers fucking go up the ladder and cool, but it's like that's a one-time thing.
Yeah.
And then where do all the girl kisser fans go when they don't play again? Right?
Exactly.
So it's like I think franchising is a good idea because it'll keep, as long as your team stays in the circuit, you will keep your fans, right?
Yeah.
So whether they make it to playoffs or not, it's like same thing with traditional sports. It's like, I don't know, for hockey, it's like we can't start a team, join the NHL, fucking lose and go, we're not doing this next year.
Yeah.
Like that, like you're going to keep a team there and whether they win or lose, they're going to be in the league next year. If they make it a playoffs or whatever, it's different. But like if you keep them around, it gives it a chance to like nurture and grow the fan base.
Exactly. I think that's what I'm saying. There's also like you had to think of two sides of like franchising. Franchising, the positives, you get a stable viewership, you get stable scheduling, you know what to play, it's easy to follow, but then you also get the other side where it's like, whereas the finance is financially is stable, like it's harder for people to even get into the esports because it's so tough in there to get into it. So there's also two sides. Like you got to understand, like franchising is needed in a lot of esports. Franchising is a must, and for it to grow, of course, like now we're seeing like esports, like it's going through a very big growing pain right now, where it's like not the game itself is gonna die, but like esports orgs itself are going through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to understand that like we need to go through this so it could grow. Like people, like I talked to people who are like, I want gaming as a career. Yes, but like what kind of career? Streamer, yes, but like if you want to be part of an esports org, yes, that's good, but like it's not a guarantee usually.
And I mean, like Valorant they're working on kind of implementing a combination of the two systems with the premiere.
Yeah. So, I mean, they just announced the beta's coming out soon.
Yeah, so it's like it's a combination. Like you don't have to follow the premier teams on the side. Like they can play their thing, and then when they get big enough to be like worth following, then they play in the championship. Yeah. And then if they're good but they lose, then that gives those players a chance to maybe get picked up by an org if they play well, again, if that's like something that the orgs want to do. And then those players can take whatever fan bases that they've grown in that time with them to the org and then drive excitement for it.
Yeah,
so I think like I feel like League should have a premier system. Like they have Clash.
But
that's not nearly the, like Clash is more fun thing. It's not really built to drive the esport. It's very similar to like the tournament system in Rocket League.
Yeah.
Except like I guess this is a bit more competitive, but it's not. You're not trying to grow talent through Clash.
Yeah. I think because like also I mean League has this like they have the Academy League and they have the Challengers League. Like it goes to Challengers, Academy, then the LCS.
Mm-hmm.
And like if you are playing one of those two, you can potentially get promoted to the LCS because we've seen it so many times. We're like, hey, here's a young like 100 Thieves, like Tenacity and Busio, like the top laner and then the support. They've been playing through the Challengers and the Academy for so long. They're actually homegrown NA, and they're like, hey, you guys got promoted, and now you're playing in the LCS starting roster.
Yeah.
So it's something like that. They do have that, but like that system, it's like more of just like you have to grind ranked, and then you also have to like try to make a name for yourself, and they have to know people. It's like a whole different thing. With Premier, you get 5 squad. Boom. Let's go on a crazy run. Let's see if we can make it to Ascension. We get our names big enough that we can get poached to maybe a big org.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what it is. And
for Premier, is there like a minimum rank requirement?
it actually goes by rank. So if you're Diamond, you're in like in a Diamond League in Premier. If you're Immortal, you're in an Immortal League.
Okay, but now is there a minimum requirement to be to qualify for Ascension? Because it's like, yeah, there might be a fucking Iron team in goddamn Premier.
I
so
doubt they'll
like,
go far, but I'm just saying maybe it probably, if I'm not mistaken, it's probably gonna be like Immortal or like Radiant. I would say.
Yeah,
like to be in
like you have
be
to
in the actual
you
Ascension,
have to be like a top 5,000 player or something like that.
If you're like the actual Premier, so you can qualify for Ascension, yeah, you probably want to be Immortal or Radiant minimum. Like minimum, you would want to be that.
Yeah, there's no gold players gonna.
Yeah, no gold player is gonna be in Ascension. Like if you're gold and you're trying to be in Ascension, no, get to Radiant or Immortal, then you can think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Premier is a perfect example. Like it's combining the both. It's combining the franchise aspect, but it's also combining. If you can't get to franchising, boom, here's a second way of getting it. It's fucking hard as shit. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be insane.
You have to grind for it.
It is a grind. Premier is a grind. The way they're explaining it,
it's like you have to be the best ranked player.
Yeah,
in NA.
If you're best, like you literally have to. Your team has to go far, and you have to go on a winning streak. You have to be insane. You have to put in the work.
Mm-hmm.
Premier, what it's looking like is you have to put in the work. But I think the growing pains that we are experiencing in esports, and you see on Twitter, you see the layoffs. It's not good that people are getting laid off, but it is going to be. You're gonna see it like it's needed. It's good that we're gonna see it. We're gonna be, like watch us in the next 5 years. We're gonna be in a good spot.
Mm-hmm.
In the next 5 years, esports will be in a wonderful spot. It just needs to go through a growing pain that inevitably should have been in a while ago. It's finally going through it. So. I have hopes.
I think it'll be all right.
Yeah,
Valorant's still young.
Esports is not even old. It's like realistically, it's like 10 years old.
Like big esports.
Yeah,
like,
big esports.
As
maybe
a
10 years.
multi-billion-dollar industry. Yes.
Yeah, it's very young. Like you gotta understand it. It's very young. You gotta like give us some time. Give us some time.
Yeah,
we'll be fine. But I think that's everything we have to talk about today. If you guys like what we see, make sure to like, follow, subscribe. Appreciate everything. And if you guys want us to talk about anything, if any news you guys want to talk about, so follow us on Twitter. Everything will be in the description below. And
tweet us, comment.
Yeah. If there's any news you guys want to talk about, if you guys want anybody that you want us on the podcast, let us know and we'll try to shoot them a DM if anything. But alrighty guys. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.